Hi there, I'm Christy Wilhelmi from Gardenerd, and I'm sitting in front of my watermelon patch to talk about a basic instruction that you'll see pretty much on every seed packet and in every gardening book about how to plant squash and melons. That's what today's video is about, because it's not necessarily accurate depending on where you live. So let's talk it through. The instruction that you see all the time in gardening books and on seed packets is to plant squash on hills or in mounds. And have you ever asked yourself why? Because the reason why that instruction is there and is ubiquitous among instructions for planting these things is that most of the time these instructions are given for people who live where there is A, clay soil, B, a lot of rain, and C, poor drainage in that said clay soil. Now, if you live in a place with those three things, then yes, you do want to mound up some soil and plant your seeds there, because that's going to help facilitate drainage. But if you live in a place with barely any rain, really sandy soil, and like really dry hydrophobic soil, you absolutely want to do the opposite. You want to plant in a little ditch, or what I like to do is create a moat around my seed bed where I have them planted. So let's take a look at what I've got here. You can either make your mounds first, or your moats, as I like to call them, first, or you can wait until your seeds germinate and then form these moats around it afterwards to help funnel water to where the roots need it most. Take a look. So I've got this triangle of seeds that have sprouted here. These are watermelon seeds, and I like to plant 2 seeds per space, so I've got a total of 6 plants. Now I'm going to take my hands and dig a big trench, and I'm going to clear the soil and mound it up to the sides. And now when I water, the water is going to fill this basin here and soak down into the roots, which is where they need it most, especially on dry days during, the hot summer, which is when these guys like to grow. If you want to, you can then fill that moat with mulch, and that will help retain moisture even further in those mounds. As those roots develop, they're going to grow deeper and more resilient to drought conditions. So this is what I recommend for people who live in warm climates where the soil might be very sandy or drain really well or be very hydrophobic, meaning it repels water. And instead of those mounds, if you plant on a mound in sandy soil, the water just runs away and your seeds die from dehydration. So this is me saying that not everything written down in a gardening book is accurate for where you live. Experiment with this technique, see how it works for you, and go to gardenerd.com to find more information about growing squashes and melons and cucumbers if you want to. If you like this video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to find out when our next video comes online. Consider becoming a Patreon subscriber to support all the free stuff that we do here at Gardenerd. And of course, check out my books about growing your own food, grow your own mini fruit garden, Gardening for Geeks, and my novel that just came out. It's a really fun read, Garden Variety. Happy gardening.